Joint variation. What does it mean? Actually, this is somewhat similar to direct variation. Uh, if you can recall my first video, when we say y varies directly, so we have y is equal to k x. Y varies directly as x. That is for the direct variation. Ngayon, dito sa joint variation, uh, varies directly rin. Pero, meron siyang kasama pang isa. So, let's say, we have z. Okay, so, y varies directly as x and z. Or, y varies directly to the product of x and z. Okay, so may kasama pang isa. So it can be expressed as y varies jointly as x and z. Okay, so dito, sabi nga natin, varies directly, ganito siya. X varies directly to as y. Dito naman, when we say y varies directly, so y varies directly as the product of x and z sorry, as the product of x and z. Okay? So, meron andyan yung k mo and product ng x and z. Okay? And it can also be expressed as y varies jointly as x and z, or y is jointly proportional to x and z. So, your k therefore here is equal to y over x times z. Okay, kung sinabi mo namang x varies, so magiging x varies directly as y and z. Ganyan, no? Pero yung statement kasi dito, y ang ginamit ko. So, burahin muna natin to. So, pwede rin yan. Kung gusto mo naman yung yung z naman dito, so if you can say z varies directly to the product of x and y, pwede rin yun, no? So, depende yun kung ano yung problem, no? Kung ano yung situation ng problem. So, let's have an example first. Mamaya na yung joint variation. So, as you can see, y varies jointly to the product of x and z. So, k therefore is equal to y over x and z. Okay. For example, if we have y is equal to 20 and x is equal to 5 and z is equal to 2. And it says here, y varies jointly. So, ganun pa rin, ano? We have y varies jointly as the product of x and z. Now, ano yung magiging k? Gamitin mo na to, no? So, k therefore is equal to, let's plug it in. Yung y mo is 20 all over. Yung x mo is 5 times yung z mo is 2. So, therefore, your k is 2. Now, alam mo na yung constant mo is 2, pwede na nating makuha yung equation. Ano yung magiging equation? Ito, dito na natin ilalagay. So, y is equal to, yung k mo is 2. So, lagay natin dito. Instead of k, let's put 2. So, y varies directly to the product of x and z. So, y is equal to 2. This is your k. And then x, z. Okay? So, ganyan mangyayari sa equation mo. Okay? So, let's have another example. if for example your y is 8 and your x is 6 and your z is 4. So, ganun pa rin, y varies jointly to x and z. Okay, so therefore, k is equal to y over x z. So, substitute na natin, y is 8, x is 6, and z is 4. Okay, so this is equal to 8 over 24 or 1 over 3. Okay, so yan yung magiging k mo. Ano na ngayon magiging equation? Palitan na lang natin dito. Gamitin uli natin to. But instead of putting k, let's put 1/3. So y therefore is equal to 1/3 of the product of x and z. So yan yung equation. Okay, so let's have some sample problems here. No, yung table muna. Anuhin natin yung table. Okay, nilagay ko na dito no, para hindi ko makalimutan yung nasa isip ko. Ang given dito yung equation. So, x is equal to 1/2 y times z. So, the statement would be x varies jointly. Okay? X varies jointly to the product jointly as na lang. Understood naman na silang dalawa yun. Jointly kasi. So, varies jointly as x and y and z. Okay. Makikita mo dito may 1/2. That means yung k mo or yung constant mo is 1/2. Tapos, what if yung given mo, for example, is yung y is 14 and your x is 35. Okay, so you're going to look for z. Okay, so compute natin. Since x is equal to 1/2 yz, i-substitute nyo lang, no? So, yung x, ang hinahanap natin, yung z. Okay, so yung x mo is 35 is equal to 1/2. Yung y mo is 14. And then z. Okay, what is 1/2 of 14? That is 7. So, ang mangyayari niyan, 35 is equal to 7z. O, makukuha na natin yung z by dividing both sides by 7. Cancel this out because 7 over 7 is equal to 1. Z, therefore, is equal to 35 over 7 or 5. Okay, so yan yung magiging sagot niya dito sa table. So, 5 yan. Okay, so let's have some sample problem solving here. Wait. Saan ba yung example ko? Okay. If W varies jointly, okay, varies jointly as U and V. And the constant of variation, okay, may constant na, no? And the constant of variation, meaning yung K mo dito, no? The constant of variation refers to K. So, lagay ko na lang dyan K. Okay, and the constant of variation is equal to 3. Is equal to 3. Okay. The question is, what is U when W is 8 and V is 2. Okay. So, lagay muna natin yung given, ano? Given that your constant, so that is K, is equal to 3, W is equal to 8, and your V is equal to 2. Okay, so what's the situation? Ano nga ba yung situation? Yung situation that W varies jointly, no? W varies jointly as U and V. So, W varies jointly or directly proportional to the product of, so that is yung K ang andito, product of, ano yung isa? U and V. Okay? Product of U and V. Okay, so ang hinahanap nga pala dito is yung U, no? What is U? Sabi dito. So, find U. So, since the situation is that that W is jointly, varies jointly as U and V, so just substitute everything. W is 8. Yan yung given. Yung K is also given, which is 3. Ang U ang hinahanap. At yung V mo is 2. Okay, so that's 3 times U times 2. So, 8 therefore is equal to, multiply na natin yung 3 and 2, no? So, we have 6U. Okay, so we are looking for U, so we have to divide both sides by 6. To cancel this out, so U therefore is equal to 8 over 6, or in lowest term, since they are both, if you're going to factor 8, this is 2 times 4. And if you're going to factor 6, this is 2 times 3. Okay, so therefore, cancel yung 2. Ang lowest term is 4 over 3. So, yung U, therefore, is equal to 4 over 3. Okay, so, yan yung first example ng problem natin. Okay, tignan man natin yung yung isa pang example. Dito naman sa isa pang blackboard. Marami tayong blackboard ngayon. So, if Z varies jointly varies jointly as x, and the square of y, and um, z is equal to 24 when x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 4. Okay? Find ano bang hahanapin dito? Z. When x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 3. Okay? So, dalawa na naman yung x, dalawa na naman yung y, dalawa na naman yung z, no? So, we can put z sub 1, x sub 1 here, and y sub 1 here. Okay? And then, yung hinahanap natin would be z sub 2. Ang second given is x sub 2 and y sub 2. Okay, hindi given yung constant dito, pwede naman ang gawin nyo, kunin nyo muna yung constant, no? Yung constant ng variation. Pwede namang ganun muna. Okay, so for example, since ang situation natin, z varies jointly, so that means yung situation is z is equal to k x times y. Okay, so ganyan yung magiging, the square. Sorry. So we have to be very careful, ano? Sabi dito, as x and the square of y, no? Yung y dapat naka-square. So yan yung situation, no? Z varies jointly as x and the square of y. Kaya y squared yan. So we can look for k. So k therefore is equal to z over x over y squared. Or just simply substitute everything saka na lang natin i-work out. Okay? So, burahin natin to. Pwede din naman, eto na, to get the k immediately. Pero pwede naman para hindi kayo malito. We have your z here. We're going to use z sub 1, x sub 1, and y sub 1 here in order for us to get the k. So, given, so this is the situation. Given dito, your z sub 1 is equal to, your x sub 1 is equal to, and your y sub 1 is equal to. Okay, yung z mo is 24. So, let's put 24 here. At yung x sub 1 mo is 2. At yung y sub 1 mo is 4. Okay, going back to the formula here, just simply substitute lahat ng given dito in order for us to get the k. No? So, oops, wait. Ano nangyari dito? Sorry for that. Okay, so, lagay na natin. Yung z mo is 24, so 24 is equal to, yung k, hinahanap natin yung k. Yung x sub 1 mo is 2, so that's times 2. Yung y mo is 4, kaya lang i-square natin siya kasi y squared to, no? So, 4 squared. Okay, so 24 is equal to k times, what is 4 squared? That's 16, and 16 times 2 is 32. Okay, so let's divide both sides by 32 dahil kinukuha natin yung k. To cancel that out, because 32 over 32 is equal to 1. So k therefore is equal to 24 over 32. Okay, what is the lowest term? 24, ang factor ng 24 is 4 times 6. This is also 4 times 8. Divisible pa rin siya. Okay, 8 times 3. The greatest common factor is 8. So, 8 times 3. Okay, so yung greatest common factor ng 24 and 32 is 8 kasi. And this 32 can be factored as 8 times 4. Okay, so cancel out natin yung 8. Ito yung lowest term. So, k therefore is equal to 3 over 4. So, yan na yung magiging k mo using this one. This time, ang gagamitin natin is z sub 2 na. No? Equal to, your k is 3 over 4 times x sub 2 and the square of y sub 2. Okay, ano nga pala hinahanap? Ayan na naman ako hindi ko yun yung i-find, no? We are looking for, so find, okay, z sub 2, find z sub 2. So, we are going to look for z sub 2. Okay, given then that x sub 2 is 6 and y sub 2 is 3. So, substitute lang natin. Z sub 2 therefore is equal to, ito yung constant natin, 3 over 4 times, yung x sub 2 is, okay, ano nga ba yung x sub 2 is 6 and your y sub 2 is 3. Pero i-square natin yan, no? Kasi y square dapat siya. Okay. So, therefore, this is 3 over 4 times 3 times 3 square is 9. So, 6 times 9 is 54. Okay, so 44. Okay. So, z therefore is equal to 81 over 2. No? Pwede natin itong i-cancel. Ito 2. This one is 27. Okay, 27 times 3 is 81. So, it is 81 over 2. Yan ngayon yung z sub 2 mo. Okay? O kaya, you can use, since k is equal to z over x times y, pwede mong gamitin yung z sub 1 over x sub 1 times y sub 1 is equal to z sub 2 over x sub 2 times y sub 2. No? Instead of getting muna yung k and then substitute, pwede namang direction nyo ng ganito. Substitute nyo na lang lahat. Alam mo naman ng Z sub 1, ang X sub 1, Y sub 1. Ito yung hinahanap natin. So, i-substitute lang lahat ng mga given dito since ang nilagyan naman natin, ano, ito yung Z sub 1 mo, X sub 1 mo, Y sub 1 mo, ito yung X sub 2 and Y sub 2. Substitute mo lang dito. Ganon din naman magiging sagot, 81 over 2. Okay, let's have last example here. Meron pa ba? Hindi. Punta na tayo sa combined variation kasi baka matagalan pa tong video na to, no? Ano nga ba yung combined variation? Okay. From the word itself, no? Kapag kasi sinabing combined variation, based from the word itself, combined, that means combination ng ano? Combination ng direct variation and inverse variation. No? So, kung sa ang y varies directly as x, ganyan siya. Pero, if y varies also inversely naman to z. Okay? So, combination siya. Yung isa varies directly, yung isa naman varies inversely. So, combination na ng dalawa. So, this can be expressed as y varies directly as x and inversely as z. Okay? So, pwede siyang ma-express as ganito. Y varies directly as x and inversely as z. So, yung y mo varies directly as x. So, ganyan yung varies directly natin, di ba? And inversely to z. Okay, z or z. Okay, so your k therefore here sa combined variation is equal to the product of y and z over x. Okay, pagkuha ng k. Okay, let's have some example. Wait. Yung may, okay. Yung may concept. For example, no, you have y varies, what is this? Let's say y varies hindi, iba naman. Alisin natin yung y. Tanggalin ko lang to, ha. So that, marami naman pala akong blackboard. Let's use another blackboard here. Okay. Y varies directly as x and inversely as z. Okay? Y varies directly as x. So the situation is y is equal to kx over z. Okay. Given yung y mo is 15, yung x mo is 5, at yung z mo is 3. Okay. So, kukunin natin yung k. Simply substitute it here. So, yung y mo is 15. And we're looking for k. We have to look for k kasi aalamin natin yung equation niya, no? So, yung x mo is 5. At yung z mo is 3. So, multiply natin to. 15, cross-multiply lang natin to. 15 times 3 is 45. Is equal to, k times 5 is 5k. Since you are looking for k only, we have to divide both sides by 5. By 5. Cancel this out because 5 over 5 is equal to 1. So, k therefore is equal to 45 divided by 5, which is 9. Okay, so nakuha mo na that k is equal to 9. What is the equation now? y is equal to 9 because it varies directly to x, so that's 9x, and inversely to z. Okay, so yan yung magiging equation mo. Para next time, kung meron na namang, for example, may pinapahanap ng y, if your x is something else and your z is also different, makukuha mo na agad yung y. Okay, by just using this equation. Teka. Subukan natin tong word problem. Hindi. Itong merong squared number. Okay. If, for example, the variable b, b, okay, varies directly as the square. Varies directly as the square of a and inversely. So, ABC lang to, no? And inversely as C. Okay, so, find the equation. So, find the equation. Katulad ng ginawa natin, kunin muna natin yung k and then find the equation. Find the equation. Okay. Find the equation if a is equal to 2 when b is equal to 4 and c is equal to 3. Okay. So what's the situation? Variable b varies directly. Okay, so b varies directly. So andito yung k. Directly as the square of a. No? So ito yung ABC kasi yan eh. A, B, C. Okay, yan yung mga variable natin this time. So, varies directly as the square of a. So, yung a mo, square mo dito. And inversely to c. So, that is the situation. Now, all you have to do is substitute the given. A is 2, B is 4, and C is 3 to get your K. Kasi kailangan natin itong K in order for you to get the equation. No? We have to find the equation. Okay, so your B is 4. Substitute na natin. Is equal to, you are looking for K, and A squared, A is 2. So, 2 square yan. All over 3. So, cross-multiply natin yan. We have 12 is equal to K times 2 square is 4. So, syempre, divide both sides by 4. Para ma-cancel natin yung 4 because 4 over 4 is equal to 1. So, K therefore is equal to 3. Okay, so going back here, substitute mo lang yung K as 3, no? Kasi nakuha na natin that K is 3. So, tanggalin na natin yan. Gawin natin 3. Okay, so yan na yung equation. B is equal to 3A squared over C. Okay, so, what else? Ano pa ba ang pwede nating... Okay, isa pa. Kukunin natin yung kaya and then get the equation. Dito sa situation nito, y varies jointly as W, W, X, and Z. Ang daming to, no? Varies jointly as, okay, pinagsama, jointly as the second, okay, and okay. So, Y varies, so if Y is 20, your X is 2, and your Z is 4. Okay. The situation varies jointly and inversely. No? So, Y varies directly to, directly as X pala, sorry, varies. And inversely to Z. Okay, so let's look for K and then get the equation. So your Y is 20 is equal to K. We are looking for K. Yung X mo is 2 and your Z is 4. Okay, cross multiply mo yan dito. 20 times 4 is 80 is equal to K times 2. Divide both sides by 2 dahil K ang hinahanap natin. Para ma-cancel natin to. So, K therefore is equal to 40. Okay, so we have already find that K is equal to 40. What is the equation now? Balik ka na dito. So, palitan mo yung K ng 40. Magiging 40 na yan. So, the equation is Y is equal to 40X over Z. Okay? Okay, for example, balik tayo dito. Kanina meron tayong ginawa dito, no? Given ito, yung itong equation, and then dito sa joint variation to. So, yung statement niya ganito. Ngayon, ito, may nakalagay dito. X is equal to 3Y over Z. Okay, 3Y over Z. Z, mukhang siyang 2. So, ilagyan natin ng ganyan para mukhang Z na, no? So, X is equal to 3Y over Z. So, that means X varies directly. Yung statement niya would be varies directly as, saan siya nagva-varies directly? Sa Y. As Y. And inversely, sa Z naman. As Z. Okay. Lagyan natin ng given dito. For example, ang hinahanap, okay, ang hinahanap for example is yung X. Ang given is yung Y which is 4. Ang Z is 3. And since ito yung equation mo, alam mo na agad that ito yung K mo, no? Yung 3. So, lagay natin dito, 3. Okay, paano natin makukuha yung X? So, X therefore is equal to, just substitute now, 3. Ano yung Y mo? It's 4 times 4 and inversely to Z which is 3. Okay, cancel out lang yung 3, no? So, X is equal to 4. Okay, so ganyan lang. So, dapat alamin niyo problem solving sa mga word problems, actually, minsan diretso na rin sinasabi if it is directly proportional and inversely, kung joint man siya or hindi. No? Let's say, for example, ito. Maggawa tayo ng example ng word problems, no, ng combined variation. Okay. The time it takes to build a highway um, varies directly, no? Sinasabi na, kaya usually, inaano naman na eh. Vary, or kung hindi man, kayo ang mag-a-analyze nito. Varies directly as the length as the length of the highway. Oo nga naman, ano? Kung mas mahaba yung highway na tinatrabaho ng mga tao, natural mas mahaba yung time na gugugulin nila para maano. So it varies directly. Kung ibig sabihin nun, kung hindi man sinabi dito na varies directly, if you're going to analyze it varies directly talaga kasi yung time nga naman mas mahaba. Kung mas mahaba yung highway, alam nga namang mas maikli yung highway tapos mas mahaba yung time ng pagtapos nito, no? Siguro tatamad-tamad na lang yung mga nagtatrabaho kapag gano'n. Okay, so varies directly as the length of the highway and inversely. Okay, tignan natin kung saan siya nag-i-inverse, no? And inversely. Kung for example, hindi sinabing inversely. Tignan natin yung logic, no? And inversely. As the number of workers. Number of workers. Okay, as the number of workers to build ay, tama, as the number of workers. If it takes, okay, tama nga naman, no, inversely as the number of workers. Kasi kung mas konti ang tao, mas mahaba yung time na gugugulin, no? So, yung time, varies directly. Kung mas marami yung tao, mas maikli yung time na matatapos yung trabaho. Pero katulad nung an example ko sa inyo kanina, yung sa inverse variation ay kanina, yung sa isang video pala. Yung sa inverse variation about work, no, yung time at saka yung number ng worker is inversely proportional, no? Kung mas maraming worker, mas maikli yung time na matatapos yung trabaho. So ganito din 'yon, no? Pero varies directly sa length ng highway. Kung mas mahaba nga naman yung highway, syempre, mas mahaba yung time, no? So, kaya yan, joint sila, ay combination ng variation ng direct variation and inverse variation. Okay, so, it says here, if it takes 4 weeks for 100 workers. Dami, no? 100 workers, 4 weeks. So, 100 yung workers, binabayaran sila ng gobyerno. To build a 5 kilometer. To build a 5 kilometer highway so given dito yung haba ng highway, no? How long will it take? So, how long will it take um 100 workers to build a 100 workers to build a 40 kilometer highway. Shortcut ko na lang highway, gawin ko na lang HW. Understood na yan, highway, no? Para tipid sa space. Okay. So, what's the situation? Ano nga ba yung situation? Time varies directly to the length of the highway. Kung mas mahaba yung highway, mahaba din yung time. So, we have here yung constant. Multiply natin sa L. So, ang representation dito would be T as the time, L for the length of the highway, and W is for the number of workers. Okay, so yan. Varies directly and inversely to the number of workers. So, representation ito. So, ito yung situation, ano? Ito yung situation. Ang representation, T is for the time, K tuloy. L is for the length of the highway, and W is for the number of workers. Okay, so, ano yung pinapahanap sa atin? How long will it take? Okay, so how long will it take? Kung gaano katagal? No? So, we're looking for T. No? So, we all know that T is equal to KL over W. So, all we have to do is just simply substitute the given. Bakit? Ano nga ba yung given? Okay, so hinahanap natin is T. We are looking for T. Ang given is yung length ng highway, which is, kailangan pa pala natin kunin yung K, no? So, meron tayong T sa tama, yung 4 hours na nakalagay dito, 4 weeks pala rito. No, we have T sub 1 is 4 weeks. So, in terms of weeks to, no? Yung unit niya is weeks. And then, yung L sub 1, yung length ng 5 kilometers, no? 4 weeks na maano niya sa yung 5 kilometers. So, this is 5 kilometers. And, lastly, yung number ng workers. Yung number ng workers is 100. Okay? Sinasabi dito, how long will it take a 100 workers to build a 40-kilometer highway? So, 100 pa rin yung workers. So, yan yung workers mo, W sub 1 is 100. And, yung T sub 2 mo ang hinahanap. Yung L sub 2 mo ang given, which is 40 kilometers. Okay, magbibuild daw sila. How long? Kung 40 kilometers naman. Pero, yung workers mo, the same pa rin. Yung W sub 2 mo is also 100 workers. Okay, so let's plug it in order for you. Pwede yung gamitin yung yung kasi yung K mo is equal to T times W over L, di ba? So, pwede mong gamitin yung T sub 1, W sub 1 over L sub 1 is equal to T sub 2 na hinahanap natin times W sub 2 over L sub 2. Pwede yung ganyan. Or, kunin mo muna yung K and then saka natin i-substitute sa So, let's do it on our way. Yung ganito. Okay, T sub 1 is 4. Okay, yung W sub 1 mo is 100. Parehas lang naman silang 100. Over, ang L sub 1 mo is 5. It is equal to, your T sub 2 is, yun yung hinahanap pala. Okay, how long kasi. And then yung worker mo is also 100. All over, L sub 2, which is 40. Okay, so cross-multiply na natin. Cross-multiply muna natin to. So we have 4 times 100. Hindi ko muna ko compute na kasi pwede naman tayo cancel dito para madali na lang eh. Times 40 is equal to, ito naman, ang multiply natin. So we have 5 times 100 times t sub 2. Okay? So, since t sub 2 lang hinanap natin, we have to divide both sides by 5 times 100. So, 5 times 100. Para cancel out na natin to. Cancel out din natin yung 100. So, ang natira na lang is 4 times 40, which is 160 divided by 5. Okay, so that means your t is equal to 32. 32 what? 32 weeks. Kasi yun yung ginamit nating unit kanina. Yun yung sa t sub 1. Okay, so this is 4 times 40 is 160 divided by 5. Kaya naging 32. Okay? Kung mapapansin nyo, parang may 100 dito, no? Pwede namang direction nyo nang i-cancel yung dalawang to. Para ito na lang mismo siya. 4 times 40 is 160 divided by 5. Yun na kagad, no? Kapag may nakita kayo, for example, no, parehong may number. Kunyari, 2x is equal to 2y. Natural, cancel mo na yan. Pareha sila eh, no? Kung i-divide mo both sides by 2, makakancel sila. So, kapag may nakita kayo, pareha silang nandito sa left and right, except kung merong other operation like the plus, ang pinag-uusapan lang natin dito is kapag multiplication lang yung operation. We can cancel it out right away. So, dito pwede na natin i-cancel out yung 100 actually. Kasi pareho silang may 100 eh. Kaya ang gagawin mo, multiply mo na lang yung 4 times 40 and then divide by 5. Okay, so that's it. That concludes the video for today, which is about joint variation and combined variation. I hope makakatulong ito sa inyo in order for you to answer the LAS or the learning activity sheets that I have given you. Okay, so if you have some more questions, you can actually send me message in the messenger, no? Magtanong lang kayo, or you can ask your leaders about for some clarifications. Okay?